Hello, good evening, and welcome to 108 Days of Initiation of Myself. Day 100. And what a day to choose the topic of manifestation, because this is what this is all about. It's about manifesting for myself, for ourselves. And that's actually the topic that I started teaching years ago, that I was really into. So we're gonna bring it back a little bit. Oh, I look a little bit tired. I am so tired. So manifestation. So we're gonna bring it all together now, because it's only 8 days left. Incredible. It's only 8 days left. So we have to start bringing it home. We need to start tying it together. And so this is where you bring in the 11 list, or the 3 list, or the 2 list, or the 1 list. I mean, we all have, what is it that we want to change? What is it that we want to create? What is it that we want to manifest? What is it that we want to become? What is it? What is it? And over these days, I've been sharing not only the foundational pillars of the holistic detoxing, the multidimensional detox process, but also so many other topics on how it actually works to manifest what it is that you want. And it's on so many levels. It's the connection and the relationship between it all. And I come back over and over and keep on saying that we are manifesting 24/7, and that is true. So whatever we are carrying in our bodies, in our systems, whatever we believe about the world to be true, is what we are manifesting. Because the truth, as I said, there's like, the truth is that any truth is the truth. The truth is that multiple truths can be true at the same time. So we can create anything. The human is a full circle. So the circle is the globe. It's the symbol of fullness. It's the moon. I just know this to be true, but you can look up the meaning behind the circle and what that represents in the universe, and all of that, and you will just, realize a lot of things and see how it's connected. And the human potential is like a globe, and anything that anything that is possible to create on this planet is available for us, for anyone. We all have the ability, but it's about, are we willing to move out from the position of how we believe the world works? And that is what we have been inheriting from, your family, your culture, your country, your ancestors, school, friends, media, whatever. So whatever is coming out your mouth that you claim to be the truth is what you are manifesting. So it's like playing, like when you play soccer with a cone and you can only see this round, the little round, and then you run around, and it's a little bit like that. That's how we run around, because we are looking at things from a certain perspective when we are locked in like that. then we don't have access to everything else, and we are running around in circles. So when we open up the pillars, the truth, the knowing, the expression, the abundance, the power, the creation, the sovereignty, all of these, when they are aligned, we start to align with whatever it is that we are manifesting. And it's about the thing that you want on such a deep level, and then aligning with that. So most of the work is to allow the old and false systems and belief systems and values and viewpoints and opinions and wishful thinking and all the things that we want to be true but isn't, so that we are left with the actual truth. And when we start living and applying the actual truth into the whole system, and we open up the body, then we naturally start to gravitate and lean to manifestation. And then we're not efforting in that manifestation. It's an allowance, it's a receiving, it's a falling back into the trust that God, life, and universe will catch you. And that is a trust fall that is very individual and karmic. So we don't know how that is going to be presented in life, but if we listen and we are aligned and we follow and we trust ourselves that we have this gateway to God inside of us, and that we can listen to the soul nudges and align with the soul, and trust that we will be guided through every step of the way, even through the narrow passage, the rite of passage. That is the situation that people are now, manufacturing when we go from child to adult. And that is when it's crunch time. That is when we are really moving through the needle, the eye of the needle. It's a birth, it's a becoming of something. And that is the challenges. So we have the challenges, and that is the life showing us where we need to grow, to become, and to evolve into the being that can create whatever it is that we are wanting or creating or manifesting. But it's also drawing ourselves towards that timeline where that is existing. And because anything is possible, and because you have a remembrance, you have an idea of where you're going. And it might not be super clear, but there is a guidance in there. And it's about trusting that and following that as close to the truth as you possibly can. And it's going to guide you through different hoops and loops. And again, we all have, different, if it's an obstacle course, we're all getting different levels, and we all are different equipped, because it's between you and God. It has nothing to do with anyone else, what you need to learn or what you need to overcome or what you need to look at in order to grow and evolve as a human being towards your soul's mission or your soul's potential. But anything is possible. So it's only the dream, the longing, the knowing inside that determines where you're going to go, and that's completely up to you. But where you believe that you're going, that is where you're going. Everything is manifesting in your favor. So if life is happening in your favor, then even the challenges are blessings. And that is a mindset and a state and another, it's almost like it's another realm, because it's a realm where fear doesn't really penetrate and worry doesn't penetrate, no matter what happens, because understanding that, okay, I will manage this, and that is personal power. Not collapsing under the emotional pressure of being a person that can withstand uncomfortable situations or whatever life throws at us. But the collapse comes from the emotional collapse. And that is not the truth. That is the human collapsing of the pressure of life due to the level of support and confidence and skills and whatever this individual has, in the travel compartment of past experiences and hand downs from other people, or from ancestors, and then the ability or the awareness. Because if you have awareness and you have a lot of things that affect you from the past, you can handle it better than someone who doesn't have a lot but low awareness and just completely just falls flat from the emotional pressure, because it's what we believe about the situation. So it's not about not having an emotional reaction, because the body needs to process. As we evolve, as we go into contraction, something can come up. So if we're moving from expansion, contraction, in and out, and in the contraction, all our stuff comes up, and it's how can we? It's like being the captain of the ship again, and it's nighttime, and we're going through the darkest and most difficult passage. The food supply is out. We are almost there, and the storm hits, and it looks like pirate ships with demons. And it's like, how can you hold your trust, your guiding star, to steer the ships, to calm the men, to give faith and hope to the women and the children? How can you be that leader? Because that is the leader that you need to be for yourself in order to manifest whatever it is. Because if the dream is big, then we know that, okay, I need a lot of capacity. And moving through the layers of these imprints takes, and that's how it's designed. It takes the trust fall. That's why all the movies is about that. That's why the Indiana Jones, where you throw out the sand in the on the bridge, you can't see it, and you have to trust. You step out and you have to put your weight on it, because otherwise you're just faking. And if you fall, you fall. Trust fall. And trusting that what you can see and what you believe to be true is not the reality. So it's about, that is why the third eye is so important, because it helps us to see through the illusions of the world and see through the imprints that can be very, very, very strong. And that there's a deeper sense of knowing that comes from the inside and from the soul, that can say that I know what I can see what I see, but I know what I know. And what I see is not the truth. What I know just hasn't happened yet. And it's the conviction and the unwavering that is the personal power, because you can hold this sometimes when it's challenging, when things happen, when we get vulnerable, when our old wounds are triggered. That's when it crumbles, and that's when it falls. So we are inconsistent in our creation, or in our, this is the field. We're creating the field of the future based on what we see and believe about the future. And then our actions and how we are referring and how we are staying connected with this future is what is manifested every day. And what are the actions? And that's where the multidimensional detox comes in, because if you're not living what you are dreaming, then you're never gonna get there. But if you are taking the steps and aligning and having that as the part of, it's the constant craft. How we show up every day is how we are crafting our future, and that is how we are manifesting our everyday reality, a small step at a time. And it's the guidance comes from within, but we have to embody it in the now. So we have to apply what we learn and what we are told and what we are sensing and what we are experiencing, and all these nudges and hits about everything. And that's how the body is a technology that is, it's a direct line. It has a built-in decoding system, and it's like, when we are like, okay, when the aliens come, how are we going to communicate with them? It's like, if God would come, how would he communicate with me? He does. I am the thing. So it's about, okay, if I'm a radio, how does these things work? Okay, a little bit here, a little bit there, tuning in, and then all of a sudden, signal. And then you got to stay in that signal and stay and just live that. And the more you live and the more you create from there you build. But it's when the proof is not there, and when it's not going as, it's like every single, it's like we're watching Lord of the Rings now, because I wanted to rewatch them. I haven't watched them for years. You always learn something about energy and how things work. Because all sci-fi is just documentaries. I've been such a skeptic. It's incredible what a skeptic I've been and how I am now. But it's like that in the third part of the Lord of the Ring, the extended version, that Frodo would be like, no, God damn it, I'm not doing it. And it's just, we got to go all the way. We got to get to Mordor, and everyone's road there is different. It doesn't have to be Frodo, but it's sometimes it is like that, and then that's part of it. And it's like, it's our rite of passage. And for every challenge that we take on 100% accountability for, again, full circle, this is my challenge. The other ones are just, they're just actors in a play that is created. It's all set up so that you can look at the world. The world is set up so that I will find all the challenges that it takes to unlock this human being. That is why Lord of Ganesh is also the Lord of obstacles, because as we overcome our obstacles, we grow as a human. So when we can kind of realize that every challenge is a blessing on different levels, and I'm aware that a lot of challenges can be absolutely devastating and heartbreaking and unfair, and trust me, I've been there, so I know. But I also know that there's a bigger picture, and that it's not the end yet. And that for I can't, even if there's something that looks like really bad, like this does not look like a happy ending, and this breaks my heart, it's not the end yet. So I can't be doomsday. That's why I go out every morning and light an incense for that. I keep that alive. It's like I don't let go of the light. I don't let go of what I know to be true, what is true for me. And then if it's not the truth, then that's okay. So realizing that manifestation is in your hands, because it really starts, with the way you think, and then it goes either uphill or downhill from there. So, when you fall and you take the branches with you. And I laugh because, it's like, if it's not done, that's what humor is for. Humor is for making this, it's a savior in so many aspects. It makes the unbearable bearable. And we all have different levels of the unbearable in the cards for us, because it's about overcoming what we've been given and our level of alchemizing. That's where the alchemy comes in. And I think that I've been probably alchemizing for a lot of people from a very young age. So I realized that, okay, I ended up here. So, okay, this is, I'm very good at it. There's tons to teach about manifestation, but basically it's, you are the manifester, and whatever you are, you will attract more of. Law of attraction. It's all about these, the laws of the universal laws. So at some point I'm going to start talking about them in some shape or form. But now, as we are wrapping up these 108 days, how is it going? How are you manifesting? Because whatever you have in your life, you have manifested. The biggest challenges that would be so easy for me to blame on someone else. I mean, me and Sara, we even did a podcast on it, like all the challenges that we have manifested in our lives is part of something that is supposed to help us grow. And then how we choose to do that is what determines the outcome of everything. It's like how we look at the challenges. But we've been talking about this so much. Yeah. So the biggest thing I would say with the manifestation is that don't believe what you see. There's another type of seeing. There's another type of experiencing what is happening than not only from the interpretation of the mind. And the eyes is connected to the whole body, but it's also, it's like there's a level of the mind that is kind of hijacking the eyes and looking at things from a critical view. and we want to bypass that. We don't want that to be our only. It's like when it was only one TV channel. There's many, so you don't. There's not only one that you that is. It's like it's good to have. Oh, that's the. I've been approached by flies lately. When I'm out on my morning walk, they. It's like they come and sit on the arm and they kind of hang out there, just like three. It's super strange, and I've been thinking, okay, what is the. Okay, what is that? And it's the eyes. It's the multifaceted eyes. As our ability to see the multidimensionality of this experience, and not only see the experience or yes, the reaction of the human cannot be the reality, or the reaction of the human is not the truth of the reality. The reaction from the human is not the truth of the reality. But that is very common and very, very easy to believe. So the knowledge about all this is out there. It's all about the embodiment of the knowledge, because there's one thing about knowing how to manifest, and that's what some people are talking about, like manipulating energy. It's not about manipulating energy. It's about understanding that the body is an energy tool. You're designed to move energy, is what the human does. So when we do it and we're called manipulation, that's just that it's like, yeah, it's like calling Harry Potter that he's, yeah, you're manipulating reality. Yes, I am. Yes, that's true, because the reality is just one. It's just one layer of the experience. But if that is what the only thing that you see and the only thing that you use as a measurement of what is actually happening, or if you are pretending that this is, and that's what I mean, where most people believe that this is the only thing that exists, and that's manipulation. Telling someone that they are less than they are is one, it's not true, and the other one is a manipulation. That is the manipulation. Not saying that humans who are able to alchemize and change energy and just, you know, if you scrape on the surface of the information that is out there, this is what you find. And it's getting easier and easier to find. So this is just not news anymore. The kicker is, what are you going to do about it? And that is up to each and every one. And it's the embodiment of the information and how to do, or how to get started. Because once you start, you get a hang of it, and then you figure out your own way, and then you team up with others who have done. This is how it's going to work. We're going to team up with others that has unlocked something that you know that you are supposed to unlock. So I can unlock something for you, because when you come into my field, I unlock something. I unlock something on your path that will take you closer to where you are going. And that's just what I do. It's how it works. And then you might find someone else that further along on the, so you can look at it. It's like the ocarina of time. You have your map and you have your boat, and you sail to different things, and it's like you're evolving. You're on the adventure. You collect your things, and you, oh, I cleared out the abandonment wounds. Joing, leveling up. But what we thought was, in the if we use Zelda as a metaphor, you go into these caves, and there's an alchemist there, and if you have certain things, you can trade it for extra life. That's what it is. I'm an alchemist, and you can come to my rooms, and you can learn how to evolve beyond certain levels that you're currently experiencing. And then, yeah, you might stay with me for a while, and then you go on with your life, and you meet someone else who is also on the same quest, and they have something else. And then someone else is going to come to you, because as you unlock, you're going to help other people unlock. And that's how it's like we unlock each other, but you have what I need and I have what you need. It's the same kind of barter, everyone going to the market. Some has carrots, some has milk, it's the same thing. It's just that it's a different type of resource, and it's a different type of consciousness that is unlocking. And the people who are supposed to come to me and unlock something with me, they will know that. They will be drawn to that. They will have an intuition. They will just have this, here it is. And that's it. That's all we need to know. Because we will find the people who are here to unlock certain parts of us. Equal power. So there's no hierarchy on this level. We help each other with different things. So it's not teacher and student anymore. It's something else. It's human to human. Is like, oh, it's as kids, when you collect the cards, or like, oh, do you have that? Yeah, I'll trade. Okay, I don't have anything to trade. I'll buy it from you. Yeah, sessions. I'll buy it from you. Yes, I'm available to share my time. I'm available to share my knowledge. And this is how much I feel like it's valued. And this is the results. Da, da, da. Okay, we change. We, blah, blah, blah. And then we grow. So it's the implementation of the knowledge. And that's when you manifest. It's like when you embody what you learn, and you're evolving towards what you believe is true. And when you start to do that, and you align with God, that's what you do. Then when you're like, Eureka, I found it. That's the treasure. That's the treasure that you're looking for. It's inside. It's the dream. That is the treasure. So we got to keep, we're searching for the treasure. And our ability to alchemize the obstacles on that journey, and, keeping the faith and keeping the spirits high. And, that is, so it's not super difficult, but it's difficult. The idea is easy to find, but it's the implementation that is difficult. So that's why we help each other, because we have walked certain roads or have certain experiences. So what we're offering is not the product. It's not a physical product in that sense. It's like, oh, you walked through those passages. Yes. Yes, yes, I've done that many times now. Okay, can you please be my guide as I do it? Because having you with me is going to make it faster, quicker, less scary. I'm going to be able to alchemize this experience much, much, much quicker. And that's all it is. Because once you start to learn how to alchemize yourself, you don't need anyone else, but you want other people, because that's what it's just, it's not that time to walk. that's just the path of the lone wizard. That was the past, where there's weird, it's normal people walking the path, helping other normal people. It's like the everyday wizard is awakening, truly, because that's what it is when you start to be able to see what is going on another level. That's what it is. But it's just normalized because it's our genetics. It's not something that it is special, but it's available for everyone. So it's not that special, because now everyday people are going to pop up like popcorn, and people are going to help each other and evolve. So I had so much resistance. Not resistance, but I was like, I didn't feel the flow, because I've been in my masculine all day. So I've been with Simba doing CEO stuff all day, and just like all the things that makes my creativity go. It's like I tense up. My jaw get a little bit. It's like, because it triggers this old, office hustle that I've been doing for all these years. It triggers that, so it's good. I get to work with that. But I had a little bit of difficult time to find my creativity. So I was kind of waiting for that to come back. I gave it a rest, but it didn't. And then I was like, okay, so it's like we're dry starting here today. And I just realized that that's going to be all right. So my capacity is shifting. I can change, I can feel it. And I feel, yeah, it's an ease that is, yeah, it is very much connected to, it's like, don't believe it's not true. Like, the creativity is not there, la, la, la. It's just not true. It's a more beautiful word than what I was about to say. And then okay, it's not true. I have the energy, I have the creativity, it's going to flow, it's going to be good, it's going to be, I just set the intention and off we go. And I lead with that personal power, and that's it. It's the embodiment and aligning with that manifestation to, it's leaning in, filling in the space of who I'm supposed to be and the capacity that I knew I had. So if I'm wrapping this up, this is not where I were or where I was when I started, but I knew that I was going to get here because I know what is coming for me in the future. So I'm just aligning with that to the quickest of my ability without efforting. And a big part of that work is to lean the other way, and that is the trust fall. And that's the rite of passage that we need to do. That's the shift that's the safety. It's trust. It's the sovereignty. It's all going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. No matter what happens, I'm going to be capable. I will be given what I'm supposed to be given. I will be I will be guided. And if I will be guided into the fire, or if I will be guided into the passage, I will be fine. And that is a knowing and a deep conviction. And once that is installed, it's the personal power to not allow that flame to ever go out. And that is the light. The trust, the knowing that you have. And then not allowing anyone to take that away with disbelief or fear or challenges, or, it's never going to work, or whatever it is. Walking the earth aligned in our truth. So I will be opening spaces for closer proximity with me, for those who feel that I am the one for you to unlock whatever is next in your next level. So I have a couple of different spaces. All of those spaces will be available in the Work With Me playlist. So over there, I share how it works. I give a little bit of a transmission, and I explain what is available right now. So right now, there is the retreats, of course, coming here, working with us. It's the one-on-one sessions, 10 first sessions, 33% off. Link is in down below. And if you want to support me, please like and subscribe. I'm super happy. And if you have questions, please post them in the comments. If you have other questions, there's a form below. Okay, I will be seeing you tomorrow, and we will be wrapping this baby up. So it's like the final lap. So it's the final 8 days. This is very, very exciting, actually. So something is happening. Thank you so much. Love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.